Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. My name is Marlene. I'm a recovered anorexic. I share my recovery stories. I share certain things I learned during my recovery. I'm still learning. I share things about my way just to help you guys. I answer your questions. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and let's dive right into this video. And today I want to talk about working out after having an eating disorder. If you watched my eating disorder recovery story, you know that actually I always loved working out until it became obsessive. So when I started my first diet, my workout habits also became way more obsessive until the point where I worked out several times a day, couldn't really skip a workout. And so whenever I talk to someone and they're not quite sure if they are ready to work out yet or not, there are certain things that I mention. First thing is you have to be weight restored. And I don't care if there might be overshoot weight included or not, because in the end, we don't want to concentrate on that too much, but you have to make sure you're consistently eating, you're eating enough. You might even have to eat more when you work out, but working out should never be a reason, or let's put it the other way around. Eating more should never be a reason to work out. Just make sure that you're not going into an energy deficit again, because it goes faster than you know. And going into an energy deficit is the biggest trigger for eating disorders. So in order to avoid a relapse, make sure that you're eating enough. Also, I suggest taking at least 1 or 2 years, taking a break of at least 1 or 2 years after eating disorder recovery. This is just like my personal thing, but I think it can be very helpful, especially for your neural rewiring. You want to make sure that your neural rewiring happened already before you start working out again, just in order to get a very balanced and healthy relationship to workouts. So always ask yourself, do you really want to work out because you miss moving your body, because you want to feel a certain way, because it's self-care for you, or do you want to work out because you feel like it could change your body, you want to look differently, all those kind of things. And these thoughts can be so sneaky. So if you work with a coach or therapist, I would really advise you to talk to them about it. Don't let any doctor or any other quote-unquote professional tell you that you have to work out, because that happens to me. And it was like the biggest mistake, because it triggered me so much and actually led right to a little relapse, which I was able to stop when I stopped working out, but that showed me that I really needed a long break from working out. And when I told myself, when a very good therapist told myself that I don't have to work out ever again, at that point, it felt like such a relief. I was like, I don't have to work out ever again. And then, like, fast forward 1.5 years later, I felt like I wanted to work out again, but not because I wanted to change my body, but because I enjoyed moving my body more. So I actually started to go on some walks, but because I struggled with long walks in my eating disorder, I also wanted to make sure that I don't overdo it. So it was just like a few short walks, a little bit stretching, but a little bit yoga. And then I continued to ride my bike here and there. And then I slowly started to go to the gym and to go to boxing classes again. And going to the gym was actually my biggest fear, because that's where all the memories are, like all my eating disorder memories, all the memories of overtraining, of crying on the treadmill, of not being able to actually stand but still pushing the weights, all that kind of stuff. And I was so afraid for those thoughts to come up again. So I'm in a very unique position. My boyfriend is a personal trainer, and he's been working out for 18 years. He's been a trainer for 13 years, and he has a very, very sensitive approach. Like, he worked with some clients that didn't have a healthy relationship to movement and to eating, and he told them that they're not going to be able to work together until they, get to a healthier point. I shared my whole story with him basically 1 week after we met each other. We were very honest with each other from the very beginning. He knows my whole story. He knows my triggers. He knows, what to say, what not to say. He's really amazing. And oftentimes, actually, I'm the person who's like, hey, do you want to work out today? And again, this is not because I feel guilty for eating or anything like this, but because it's finally so much fun. And for a very long time, I was actually afraid to working out with somebody. And honestly, at the very beginning, it intimidated me, because I see this man who's clearly super much in shape. I mean, of course, he knows my body, he knows what I look like. But I was so afraid to embarrass myself, because I'm clearly not that much in shape at the moment, because I just needed to take a break from working out, and that's more than fine. And you don't ever have to be quote unquote in shape. I mean, actually, the wording I'm using here might not be the right But yeah, I was really nervous, but we hit the gym for the first time, and I just remember how safe I felt and how good I felt. And there was no pressure, there was no, I don't know, it just felt right. And ever since then, we started working out together. I also do my own workouts. I have my boxing class that I truly love, and also that class. I have an amazing coach there, and she always encourages you to, like, you know, to push yourself, but to don't overstep your boundaries. There is nobody watching or saying something if you need a break. I take a lot of breaks, especially when it comes to cardio. I need my breaks. So there might be sets in boxing where I just like need a break, where I need to drink some water, where I have to sit down for a second. Nobody says anything. Everybody encourages you to, you know, listen to your body. So the first thing is make sure you're eating enough. You took a long break in order for your brain to be able to get some neural rewiring in. Make sure you work out because you want to, not because you think you have to. And also make sure to work out in an environment that feels safe. So for instance, if your eating disorder started in a gym, or if you went to a certain gym when you were in the depth of your eating disorder, it might be a good idea to not go to that place again. I'm not saying it's impossible or it will trigger you, but there are chances that, you know, certain smells, noises, people, whatever might trigger you. So it might be a good idea to look for another place. You don't have to go to a gym at all. If you just want to go for some short walks with friends, that's more than fine. If you really want to start working out again, try to find a place that feels safe. Try to find a place that encourages you to listen to your body, to take breaks, where nobody is like laughing at you or talking about you or anything like this. I mean, that should be the case everywhere, but unfortunately we know that there are some places, especially in the fitness industry, which can be very toxic, where it's not the case. So try to make sure you're doing that. Also, never ever ever hide your workouts. Don't even start to lie to people. Don't tell people, oh, I'm doing something else and then work out, because this is like the secret energy that we don't want to have anymore. And if you feel like you have to lie about your workouts, chances are that you're doing too much already. So be open about your workouts. If you can, if you have somebody that feels safe, ask them if you want to work out together, because this also avoids becoming too obsessive again. Because if you have a healthy person, and I'm pointing that out because in my past I worked out with people who are also not healthy, and this is not a good combination. But if you have a healthy person that wants to work out with you, even better. It might give you a better feeling in the gym. So all those little things. But again, you don't have to work out. There is no need to working out. Don't tell yourself you have to, especially in the first few years of recovery. Make sure you're at the right space. Make sure you talk to people. Make sure to, you know, to take care of yourself. Working out after an eating disorder is possible, but you don't have to. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and one more thing. I actually thought about interviewing my boyfriend, who comes from, you know, this fitness background, but who has a very unique approach, interviewing him about his experiences with working with certain people, with, you know, noticing that people are doing too much, how to navigate that. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments, please. I would really love to see that. And otherwise, if you have any other suggestions what I should make a video about, let me know in the comments. I see you in the next one, guys.